that was a giant mega buck that I called Heavy 8, and I've been hunting him for 4 years. Super regular on this field late every year. I feel like I know now better than ever where he's coming in and out at. I also wanted to use today as a good scouting spot. I'm sitting on the ground far away from where I thought he would come in at. But yeah, he's just a freaking tank of a buck, as you can see. Super heavy. Yeah, super excited to lay eyes on him the first time this year. Haven't seen him yet this year. It's December, whatever. It's December 17th. I don't even know. Oh, I just saw him again. That's the heavy one. So I know this property really well from shed hunting it over the years, and it's frustrating because I know exactly where they're bedding right now. I know exactly where they came from. But it's hard to get in on them, you know. I mean, they're not very far off that field edge. It's December the 28th, and my favorite time of the year, late season. Last month of the season's the best time to hunt. We finally got some snow on the ground, and decently cold temperatures. Not cold, but decent cold. I think the high today was in the high 20s. We're back here where I've been sitting for the last couple sits, and where we've been seeing that heavy 8-pointer. I got a bunch of history with him. There's 2 other ones in here that I would shoot as well. One being a buck we call Stickers. That he's so old anymore he doesn't have any stickers, but he's a big old buck we know real well. And there's another buck that's a real tall, kind of narrower 8 that is just a stud. And so any 3 of those deer come out in front of us, they're gonna get shot. down now while I still can, because it's super calm out here. And super awesome sit. We just gotta keep hunting these big giants. We'll stick one eventually.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is bright and early, and I am shed hunting, and it is not even end of deer season yet. Never said that before in my life. It's crazy here. As you can see, we got a decent amount of snow on the ground with about an inch of ice, a couple inches in between, that I think just really impacted the deer. Quite a few of Ben's target hit lister bucks have already dropped, including a deer that I have a lot of history with. We named stickers. I found the last 2 consecutive years off him. So he's got to do chores. I just worked at 12, but you know, hey, you can sleep when you're dead type of deal. I'm kind of known for the one going down to sleep. So let's see if I can't get out here, get these antlers wrangled up before this front that's moved in Thursday. It's going to move in Thursday, and bury them. They should be sitting on top, and Ben can keep hunting after the chocolate 10, and hopefully I have some good news for him in an hour or two. Wish me luck. All right, well, you ain't gonna freaking believe this. I just checked my phone. It was just shy of 4 miles this morning after walking 12-hour shift. Just got off the phone with Ben. I haven't seen the sign. I haven't seen the deer. I haven't seen nothing. I've got ice, snow up almost to my shin this whole time breaking through. I'm just beat. I'm ready for bed. And I'm on the phone with him, you know, a little discouraged. And I tell him I just see blood in the snow. And heart drops. I mean, it's got to be coming from something. And just check this out. I'll walk you through. So we got this blood right here is what I seen when I'm on the phone with Ben. And I keep trailing the blood, and I've never tracked sheds before. But I just found one of, no, I have no idea what I just found. Oh, I just found one of the heavy 8. Look at that. One of the heavy 8 right there. And I believe that is the random off the one-sided heavy 10. Side by side. You cannot beat that right there. Oh, look. Yep. Here's the other little stubby. I can't believe that. I have 3 antlers within 5 yards of each other. Holy crap. Look at that. You can't make that up. That is a find of a lifetime for me. Let's see if I can get them all in there. Let's pick these bad boys up. Holy cow. I can't even get my phone far enough away to do this deer justice right now. So thankful to be a part of this crew and have the opportunity to find these sheds. And here's, froze down, just a shit meaty 10. It was a moose of a body, not 2 feet away. And then here's some blood that I tracked. And right there, frozen, is a heck of a cool flyer. Match the other side to this shit-eating 10. Can't be happier. So worth staying up and not going to bed. Hopefully I can pick up the other side. I didn't find the deer that I'm allowed to really look for and have history with, and hopefully I do, but you know what, that shit eater, and just to find the one side to the wife and keeping them happy, that's all that matters. So God, I love this sport. I love it more than almost hunting, I tell you what.
All right, so I'm out today just doing a little help with Ben. We're trying to get on a couple different bucks here before the season ends in 4 days. So I come over to check some trail cameras by a plot that he's got radishes in. It's really the only green stuff around, and all the other stuff, it was a bean field that they're really feeding in good. But they actually stopped because the snow and ice is too thick. So Ben come over with the tractor and just kind of scrape the top of this where the radishes were. And so this is the area where we see the heavy 8 and another buck we call the acorn buck, and that's just a huge 8, and his brow tine's got little acorns on them. So but as soon as I get out of the truck, of course, what do I see laying here in the green? I haven't walked up to it yet. We'll see who it is. I don't know if it's a heavy 8 or if it's the acorn buck, the right side of him. So let's see. Oh, look at this thing. Look at that shed. Look at that base, all fresh peds there, bro. Look at that thing. Just a giant 8-point with a split brow. Man, look at that thing. Is that crazy or what? It's just a great deer there. Love that brow tine, tons of character. Just good mass, good everything. That deer is extremely good looking when he's out walking around. I have seen him. So, well, they are falling, people. Get out and look.
Alrighty, well, welcome everybody. Ben and Terry sent me out here to get this buck that we call, well, we named King Kong or Kong. His bases are just huge. It's biggest antler I've ever seen today. Terry found earlier today. And I walked about 5 miles a day. And on the way out, right next to Tahoe, again, like the day before, found him along the trail.
The bloodhound over here put his nose to the ground and sniffed on deer trails for 5 hours until he found
walked
it.
5.4 miles. Actually, again, sent him a text and I didn't find it. And was just wandering, trying to aimlessly to get back to the Tahoe. We didn't expect to find it next to the radishes, just inside the timber here. And went and got Ben, and well,
kind of the same story as the other day. You walked all day.
Yeah, I walked all day, and they're right next to the Tahoe.
You know how it goes. You walk miles and miles all day through the thickest shit you can see imaginable that deer don't even like walking through. And
the crazy part of the season,
100 yards from the truck, it's
season's not even over yet. We've never found the amount of antlers like this before season's over yet, let alone the end of January.
Yeah.
So we'll go get him picked up here. All right, so here he is. Tines down. I couldn't believe it. Just sticks out just like a fence post. I mean, look at the mass on this thing.
Right off that heavy deer trail.
Walking back away from the radishes. I couldn't believe it. This is by far the biggest single I have ever found in all my life since looking for antlers since 10 years old. We're going to have Ben pull him.
No, you pull.
Sure?
Yeah.
Fresh, wet bases still. Oh, look at that. We got a weather front coming in here. In a couple days, we wanted to get them. Oh my God. I don't even know if me even holding this just doesn't even do justice how heavy this antler is. I've never found or seen an antler as thick as the beam is on this deer. I've never held an antler before.
Huge.
But when they do the videos of them picking them up.
Look at those freaking brow tines too.
Yeah, it's got triple brows. The other side's got split brows, but every tine on his brows all have those same
they all
tips.
have those acorn tips too.
And all the videos of those elk sheds, they hold them. And just look at that. That's crazy. They're always like, look at the burr. Look at the pedicle on that thing. And that's what this thing reminds me of. I've never found a whitetail.
Dude, look at that black on the end of his beam too.
What's that just about? Like the one Terry found. Looks like he's got, I don't know. I've always grown up call it velvet rot, where it kind of get a little bit in there and get a little cracky. And he's got a little bit of crack going on in there. But wow.
Let's see that.
And both sides match. So we're kind of lucky that
his other side's got one just like it.
Yeah, and the one Terry found earlier today.
Nice.
He's maybe been shed 8-10 hours.
Dude, we know from the shed that we found this morning that he shed last night.
And I was just here.
It can't be 8 hours.
And I was just here the last 2 days prior, and
stopping around. We found
yep.
several other good sheds within 60 yards of this shed where he dropped this one.
I can't believe I probably walked a combined 11.5 miles in the last 3 days in the same ground. This deer was not shed either of those 2 days. Terry found the one side in the radishes, and now this one's maybe only 67 yards off the radishes.
And that's the buck we were going to go hunt tonight too. That's the whole reason we're out here, is because
Ben sent Terry to go check the camera.
I was like, Terry, go see if this Kong buck's still holding his horns. We'll go hunt him. And Terry's like, One of his horns was in the radishes. He said it just like that. That's exactly how he
Well,
sounds.
I just can't get over the pedicle on that thing, how big it is. I mean, it reminds me of every out west elk video when they pick those things up and how big
Huge.
around they are.
Can't wait
But
to tape
super
it.
proud that I found this for Ben. Like I said, I keep the wife happy is what I always kind of joke around about. But we got one half of the heavy 8 still left to find, and I'm pretty confident he's not anywhere where I found the first side. I've pounded ground and pounded ground. There's a buck I call Stickers we got lots of history with. I'm a little nervous of not finding him. We think we got pictures of him shed, just the body language of the deer. We think it's him, but we're worried that he might have wandered off shed before realizing coming back after Ben cleaning the radishes off that the food source is back open underneath the ice. So he might be a roamer and figuring out where he's at. But we got a couple more to pick up. Like I said, season's
Either
not
way,
even
that's
over.
the one we wanted to find there.
Yeah, this one and the heavy 8 were the 2 deer we wanted to get hands on this year.
Yep.
And now we got the match set to this one. I mean, like I said, match up the heavy 8, and like I said, deer season's not even over.
And that horn's been on the ground for roughly 8 hours,
Yeah.
and the deer season's not over. So we're just getting super lucky with these deer.
And putting in the miles
dropping-
right away before the squirrel in the snow
And
gets them.
Zach is putting in freaking miles.
Not sleeping, getting off of work, working 12s, walking miles, and then going to work and doing it all over again. So cool. Well, hopefully we can pile them up this year.
Yeah.